Just a heads up, guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it really does support me. You know, without my subscribers, this channel would be absolutely dead. It wouldn't go anywhere without people watching my content. So please, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. This nigga Deontay Wilder's retarded, people. So my latest video, my last video, I was talking about how Eddie Hearn was basically blasting Deontay Wilder, and he was basically just chastising him because he was sick and tired of Deontay Wilder and these retarded demands, and he was talking about a 60-40 split and basically outpricing himself. And of course, Deontay Wilder in these last few days, he responded, and one of the things he said was, well, he said a few things. One of the things he said was, nobody in America knows who Anthony Joshua is. Another thing he said is that he doesn't need to be talking about Anthony Joshua to gain status, to have people talking about him. Is this nigga retarded? First of all, let's talk about the claim that he says nobody in America knows who Anthony Joshua is. This nigga's entire fan base, his entire fan base knows who Anthony Joshua is. Because all they do is either make videos or leave comments on social media bashing, criticizing Anthony Joshua. Talking about all his flaws, basically making it seem like he's a pussy, he's a punk, he's a coward, he's the one who's afraid of Deontay Wilder. So, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't know if he's blind, retarded, or he's just blinded to the truth, because his whole fan base lives off hating on Anthony Joshua. If you look at his fan base, go look at any Deontay Wilder video. Look at any Deontay Wilder video. Look at any Anthony Joshua video. Scroll down in the comments and read the comments. And look at the Deontay Wilder fans. All they do is talk about Anthony Joshua. All the comments of Deontay Wilder ass lickers leaving comments on his videos or on his like highlight videos on YouTube, all they're doing is talking about Anthony Joshua. Oh, that's why Anthony Joshua is afraid of Deontay Wilder, because of that KO percentage. I saw this highlight video of Deontay Wilder's last 9 KOs, and one of the highlights they showed was when he knocked out Ollie Harrison, and Anthony Joshua happened to be in the crowd, and all you see is a comment. This Deontay Wilder nuthugger writes in the comment section saying shit like, ever since Anthony Joshua witnessed Deontay Wilder knock out Ollie Harrison in the UK, everybody, you know, he's been afraid of Deontay Wilder ever since. And it had like 500, you know, thumbs up. That just goes to show you that this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's retarded. His fan base, his whole fan base, who happen to be American, they all know who Anthony Joshua is. And they live off making fun of Anthony Joshua. That's what they do. They live off criticizing Anthony Joshua. You never see a Deontay Wilder fan write a comment talking about Deontay Wilder without mentioning Anthony Joshua. And let's talk about the uploaders. There's a bunch of Deontay Wilder nuthuggers who upload videos on YouTube and simply only defend Deontay Wilder. Whenever they talk about Deontay Wilder, whenever they make a video talking about Deontay Wilder, they always mention Anthony Joshua. They can't make a video talking about Deontay Wilder without mentioning Anthony Joshua. So clearly, the American boxing fans know who the hell Anthony Joshua is. So this nonsense where Deontay Wilder's claiming that ain't nobody in America knows who he is a bunch of lies. It's something that he wants to believe that nobody in America knows who Anthony Joshua is, because it will make him feel better about himself. And then he talks about he doesn't need to be talking about basically talking shit about another fighter like Anthony Joshua in order to gain profile. But the majority, let me tell you something right now, the majority of boxing fans who know who Deontay Wilder is from the UK only know who he is because of Anthony Joshua. If it wasn't for Anthony Joshua, they probably wouldn't even know who the fuck Deontay Wilder was. But because they're fans of the heavyweight division, because they see that Anthony Joshua is the unified champion, because they see that Deontay Wilder is the WBC champion, they know, okay, these two are going to eventually fight. I want to see my man AJ fight Deontay Wilder. So the only reason they know who you are is because of Anthony Joshua's success, because they look at him as the true heavyweight champion, and they look at you as that fake, protected American champion who spent his whole career, fighting bums and cherry picking easy title defenses. That's how they perceive Deontay Wilder. These are just the facts. And then what else he says? He says that, okay, nobody knows. No, he doesn't live off of Anthony Joshua, but him and Tyson Fury, both of these guys, all they do is talk shit about Anthony Joshua, especially someone like Tyson Fury. He's always throwing crack at Anthony Joshua. Whenever you mention Eddie Hearn or the Anthony Joshua to Deontay Wilder, this guy, does a 180. He flips. His eyes, wide open. They lit up, because it's like he's full of rage whenever he's talking about Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, because he's angry that the boxing public know who Anthony Joshua is and know that he is basically the one who put in all the work. He's the one who's rightfully known as the #1 heavyweight, and he doesn't like that a lot of boxing fans know this, and that's why it angers him when he sees when an interviewer asks him about Anthony Joshua. Every time they ask him about Anthony Joshua, the man gets upset. He gets angry. His eyes wide open. He calls him this guy. And another thing, he says no, he doesn't talk about Anthony Joshua, but he calls him a coward. He's called Anthony Joshua a coward on multiple occasions. He says that these guys don't want to fight. These guys don't want to fight, but he's the one outpricing himself. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. This whole thing that Deontay Wilder is claiming that he doesn't need Anthony Joshua to basically be known, or his fans don't even know who Anthony Joshua is a complete lie, because like I said, look at the whole LDBC, look at all of it, not just them, by the way, all of Deontay Wilder fan base. His entire fan base criticized Anthony Joshua, so clearly they know who he is. His manager, his team, everybody who is around him, all they do is talk about Anthony Joshua. But apparently, he doesn't need Anthony Joshua. Yet he calls Anthony Joshua a coward on multiple occasions. He criticizes Eddie Hearn. He says Eddie Hearn is the worst thing to happen to boxing. Eddie Hearn is affiliated with Anthony Joshua. Why does he criticize Eddie Hearn? Why does he criticize Anthony Joshua? Because he knows that's the fight that the boxing fans are demanding, they want to see. So he knows if I talk about Eddie Hearn, if I piss him off, if I talk about Deontay Wilder, people are gonna be talking about me. You get what I'm saying? Again, that's all I have to say, guys. Hit the subscribe button for the latest in boxing, and I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching.